Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny was freed from jail pending appeal. A surprise move a day after he was convicted of embezzlement and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Lukas Alpert is with me from our Moscow bureau. Lukas, what's happening?
Well, the judge decided today, after receiving a request from the prosecutor, actually, to allow Mr. Navalny and his co-defendant to go free pending their appeal process. The prosecutor had argued that the Russian law allowed them to be free until the appeals process was done, because the sentence doesn't technically take hold until then. So yes, he walked out of jail after less than 24 hours of being held, and that's
this sounds very strange that a prosecutor should actually ask for him to be released.
Well, it's interesting because the office, it was the General Prosecutor's Office, which is a different body than the authority that actually brought the case, which was the Investigative Committee. Historically, these two bodies don't really get along. There have been some turf wars. It's unclear if that's what's happening here, but that has been suggested.
Now, governments around the world have talked about this as being politically motivated. Is that how you see it?
Well, I mean, it certainly has come after a long string of prosecutions of people who are tied to the opposition. And this was the most high-profile one because he's the best known, but there have been several cases. I mean, people are well aware of the Pussy Riot case last year, which was kind of the first court action against these kind of activities. There's a large case going on against several dozen people who were involved in a protest last year that turned somewhat violent. So it seems to be there's a pattern in place of that, and the government
Is there any possibility that this is connected with the G20 meeting in Moscow at the weekend?
I mean, that's an interesting question. The timing of it was, it's hard to say exactly what the thinking is, if the two things are connected. I mean, certainly the protests that kicked off last night after the verdict was announced, it's focused on an area that's right near where the G20 meeting is occurring. So clearly that was in the mind of the opposition folks.
Lukas Alpert, thank you very much.
You're welcome.